Hey guys, welcome back. As promised, when I finished the turf races, I said I would get them out here to you. I did every turf race with the exception of the turf mile. Okay, or not the turf mile. I'm sorry, the BC turf. There were just too many European horses in there that I think that the European horses are going to dominate that race anyway. They usually do. So what I did was I have all but that one race finished, and I even threw in the race 2, the Grade 2 Twilight Derby, which is race 2 on the card. And I had the regular past performances, so I didn't have to put anything as far as names here, but I do have the names over in the consensus side. But if you look at right now, I got a 6-11-7-3, and what we're going to do is we're just going to look at the overall here and not make this video long. I did not run the pace velocity on these races with the exception of one race. The mile, the turf mile, I ran the pace on them. But the rest of them I just went straight with the matrix system, thorough capping, and follow the figures. And we'll see how that does just using those three without including the pace velocity. 6-11-7-3 in this first race. We're looking at 3-1 on the 6 Web Slinger, 10-1 on the 11 Mondego, 7 on Seal Team, 6-1 Seal Team, and Reincarnate 8-1. You can see where they show up here. The 11 is my target ability horse, and I have him actually second, which is strange for me, but I just went with my gut here. Because of the TC rating, he actually dominated somewhat to an extent the figures over here. So I put the 6 over the 11 in that race. Then we have the Filly Mare Turf. The Filly Mare Turf, if you look at the matrix side, we have the 1 horse is the target ability, is also the best target Briz. 7 horse, 1-7-9-8, and on both sides, being that there wasn't a lot of qualitative stuff to look at, we also have the 1-7-9-8 over on this side. Follow the figures, left side of the grid, the 1 also, and the right side of the grid, we have the 4 and the 8, and 1 and the 9, and then in our totals we have the 1, 8, and the 4. And over here on the analysis, 184, 841 for FTF, 184 for the rating. When I combine the two ratings, TC and FTS, we have a 198. The 9 shows up simply because of his presence in the matrix side over here. The 97.38 total with the 92.1 total. Sorry, I was distracted there for a second. All right, so we have the 6 Inspiral. I put him on top. Inspiral is a European horse, an Aidan O'Brien horse, and I just went based on his recent performances, where he's finished, and then I have my top American horse in Italian, the 1 horse, who most likely will get the lead here. I have 2 Warm Heart, which is another European runner. 8 Fev Rover, and I threw 5 in there. The 7 Lindy at 12-1. Now the Breeders' Cup Mile. This is the one I ran the pace on as well. The pace will be found on the page before that. Let me find it. Twilight Derby. I know I ran it somewhere. Give me a second. This might be it right here. Oh, I know what I did. I plugged it over here to the right. So let's work backwards here. Let's look at the pace. Velocity 1, early segment of the race, we have the 12 horse, and we have a tie between the 3 and the 8. Segment 2, the 9 actually shows up. 9, 12, as you can see, I did not run all the runners. I just ran for the ones that were showing up consistently in the other 2 grids. And then the final segment, actually the 9 horse is dominating both middle segment and the late segment, and the 9 is actually a long shot in this race. The 9 is 20-1, but the 9 did not show up anywhere else in the matrix or in the follow the figure side. We have 28313, 81332. So we have 2, 13. Let me punch these in. 2, 8, 3, 13. And on the TC side we have 8, 13, 3, 2. And for a consensus, what I did was I came up with the 3 horse. When I figured power points, I got the 3 Casa Creed at 8-1. The 10 Songline. Songline is, let me see, I'm not sure if Songline is a European. He is a European, but I think he has a, no, actually he is a European. I think that's a Ryan Moore runner. 2 Gina Romantica, 12-1. There's a 9 Astronomer, 20-1, dominating the middle and late parts of the race. So obviously he's going to be top sustained pace and top overall pace. And then finally the 12 Exalted. So we have some prices in here. And we have the 5-2 sandwiched in between an 8-1, 12-1, and 2 20-1s. So again, I'll be looking for value for my win plays. And then here next we have the Turf Sprint. Okay, the Turf Sprint. We get 9-12 showing up here on the matrix side. We also have the 7. We have the 1 horse, a few others. Overall TC rating 12.973, 9.1276. So we have the 9.12 and the 7 as top 3 over here, and they're going to be also the 10 horse. Let me see. The 10 horse is actually dominating to follow the figures. So I threw the 10 in as my second play. So we have 12 dominating the matrix side. The 12 is also showing well in the follow the figures too. 12-10, 6-1, 5-1, 9 Roses for Deborah, 12-1 Morning Light, 3 Caravel, and 5, which is the Euro, at 9-2. And that's it. We go to my selection sheet, and this is what we're looking at. If you guys want to take a screenshot of it, this is every race for Saturday with the exception of the Race 8 Breeders' Cup Turf. And this is really the reason why I wanted to put this video together. I really wanted to just give you a snapshot of the consensus chart. That way, if anything, if you just follow along to see how they fare. All right, thanks for tuning in, and I will do a recap when it's all said and done. Remember, I got nothing for tomorrow, no Friday. I didn't do any Friday races. I saved it all for Saturday. Spent all my time doing Saturday. All right, talk to you soon.